Today we will be looking at 25 of the consonants and their asyas. And we touched on the asyas when we did the swaras, which are very natural, action, imperishable. And the difference is with the consonants, they require more effort. So I would like to revise the swaras to begin with because of the asyas. Remember, it was the ah, the guttural, coming from deep in the throat area. You can feel those vibrations there. And then we came up to the palatal, which is the tongue, with the e. Again, the challenge is keeping the mouth as open as possible so that the energies can move in the mouth cavity. And then we moved on to the the cerebral, going up to the roof of the mouth. Again, keep the listening open. We have our heart, mind open as well as our listening, because all sound arises out of silence, comes to resonate in our awareness, and then returns back to the silence. So we'd always be following those resonances back. These are very therapeutic to resonate in our own being on many different levels. And this goes back to the beginnings of creation, because in the beginning there was the space, the ah. And of course there needed to be an energy to create all the things we see in the world around us. So then it comes up to the I. Out of space comes air, a Shakti. The Shakti rides on the air. Call it prana or chi in other traditions, still that energy of air. Element, Mahabhuta. And then we move on to out of air comes fire. And this is why we come up to the cerebral now. Again, you can see it's an unfolding of the energies. And out of fire comes water. And now we move to the labial, which is the ooh. Lovely and easy one. Ooh. And out of water comes the earth element, which is the lur, behind the top dentures. Lur. And again, it's a different direction for the energies to go through. So we just got a picture here of a head, just to give you an example of where the resonances are. We've got the guttural down here in the throat area, the palatal for the tongue here, cerebral going upwards through the roof, the palate, labial out the lips, and dental behind the top dentures. So these are the 5 asyas, and they will be the same in the consonants. There will be 5 asyas again. The rule of 5. We have the 5 elements, and then we have the 5 essences of those elements, and we have the organs of expression and organs of action. These are all energies, and it's to pick up or recognize that hearing is not just something that happens in your eardrum or anything. There is a sound, and then the energy travels. It's the in-between sound of the energy coming into the organ of receptivity. And again, the senses are to do with a knowledge of the self. So it's to sound them and enjoy and keep practicing. It's only by the practice that these come about and you get to know them. As I say, we move on to the consonants, and I normally had little cards that I could test myself with. I learnt it myself. I didn't go to any particular classes. Although my teacher was a Sanskrit teacher, he did tell me, learn it yourself. So I know how it is. It's challenging, let's put it that way. So we're going to just look at the asyas for the consonants now. And here you will see, as we have the R guttural here, we've got these underneath which are also guttural. And the first thing is to spot, which we don't have in English, some are aspirated. They have a h in it. So we have a k without, h with the aspirated, the extra air in there. K, k, g, k. Sound them along with me. K, k, g, k. Listen and feel those resonances, because the actual sound is what it is. We can look at those later on. But just to get familiarity, we don't have these choices in English, we just use the dental. But because we're moving the energies within the mouth cavity as a creative form, these asyas are very important. And this is how Sanskrit has been kept pure, because of these precise places of articulation. And it's handed down 5,000 years. We have the same apparatus of our voice as they did then, and so we are able to keep this language pure and precise, because it does what it says. It creates magic, hence the system of mantras. So we come to the E here, and underneath those we have the palatal. Again, tongue just slightly raised, and it is a cha, cha, j, ja. Hope you're sounding along with me. Cha, cha, j, ja. Always be aware of where the tongue is when you're sounding. Cha, cha, j, ja. This is a tricky one because the cerebral, the tongue is going to the roof of the mouth but not touching, and it's a little bit more challenging for the exercise or a ballet for the tongue to do. Ta, ta, da, da. Feel that tongue going up towards the roof of the mouth. Ta, ta, da, da. And then we come on to the dental, which we're very familiar with. You see how easy it is. Ta, ta, da, da. Ta, ta, da, da. You can be writing these down at the same time as sounding them. If you don't have a bit of paper, just write them in the air with your finger, or you could actually write them on your palm and feel that movement of the icon there. It's experiential, getting to know these and to be familiar with them. We're moving away from the rigidity of schooling and how we had to learn by rote. This is very different. And so again, this is slightly more challenging because of it's a p. So put your hand in front of your mouth and go. You'll feel the air hit your hand. So it's a p. This is rather like pharmacy. That's the easiest I can describe it. P, p, b, b. So there you have 25. So do enjoy sounding them, and we'll move on from there.